What's good, what's good? It's your boy KJB, aka Mr. Arkansas, aka Boosie Mania. Today is January 18, 2026. One week away from my birthday. My birthday is next Saturday on the 20th, next Sunday on the 25th of January. But God wake me up today and wish my niece a happy birthday today, what I just did. Now, I want to speak on this stuff right here. I never got this about this squatter situation, but it's a lady out there in Chicago, says that she has some squatters in her house for the past couple of months. Now, what make me mad about the situation? How do anybody get in somebody's property that don't own it? First of all, no papers, no titles, no nothing to it. Get in your house, pretend like they live there, and you gotta go through all this process just to get somebody at your house that don't belong to them. Then you gotta pay them to leave to get out their house that they're going to tearing up because they know they ain't supposed to be there from the beginning. But anyway, it's crazy to me. Like I said about the situation, it's messed up how people have to go through this stuff on their own property, and it shouldn't be nobody trespassing anyway. So what the hell is trespassing then? Because to look like them, sound like to me, that's trespassing all the way and anything some more. You ain't got no legal documents, no papers, no nothing. But somebody can get in your stuff because somebody can put their license, their name in this stuff, which they already know they should have been the owner's property. See, what makes me mad about the law is, if somebody did that to them, they want to go all out too. And then you sit there and tell me, you shouldn't say this because you shouldn't do this and do that. No, that's a damn lie. Because anything happen to somebody else's property like that, they be all on their butt. Somebody be ready to kill somebody ready to shoot somebody and fend for their property. So how is going to make that a law with somebody some squatter rights when they don't own nothing? That's the subject I'm getting on today because I'm sick and tired of hearing that mess. Anybody got common sense? No, you get in somebody's place. They find you there, you're a dead person. You're not going to walk out alive. Or you're going to get your tail whooped to like Rodney King, and the police going to be at your doorstep. One way or nothing. But nobody going to keep on telling me about no squatters' rights when they don't have none. You shouldn't have no rights going on nobody's damn property. Now, some of these folks got to make this stuff make sense to me. They talking about, is it a real business? Why the hell is it a rule book? Why they don't never go to nobody else's mansion and take over? Or somebody else that they take over somebody else? They don't do all that. Why you don't go mess with celebrities and all them folks? They got the money. Now, I understand it's abandoned building. You feel like you can do that mess, go ahead. There's nobody in there. But taking over somebody's property, houses, the people that bought and all that mess, you miss me with that. Like I told you before, if I ever own something and somebody on my property, you can use the law you want. Because when the time is right, they're going to be out there. And that's the point. That's how I see it. And I think a lot of thousands of other people see that same way too. But people want to holler about they got it right, man. I don't like I tell people, I don't want to hear that. That's an excuse to come up for them to make themselves relevant about something they don't have. Point blank. Now, they said the lady in Chicago had a problem with somebody been in there squatting in their house for the last couple of months. This lady must be going back and forth on vacation, going somewhere, you know what I'm saying, doing take care of business because she got a nice home, somebody getting in that don't belong to them. But they said the lady, what she did, she about the first person to have a protest in front of her house that she bought. And the crazy part, they talking about the squatter want her off their property. That is funny. That's some funny mess. You gonna tell tell the law that this lady ain't got the right to, don't get me wrong, she shouldn't be protesting about nothing. Because I wouldn't even be protesting. Upon person, I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna be out there on that grass and on lawn, waiting on the police to come get me. That's it. But from this lady, she don't want no conflict with nobody, so she's the first person I know just having protests in front of her own place when she got squatters living in her house. And so you got a nerve to call the police on somebody that own the place. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Now, you just said the law said they had a squatter rights about something, right? Getting on somebody's property that don't belong to them. And then all of a sudden, when this lady knows she owns it, she got the papers of it, she paid taxes on the place, and these folks don't have a damn dime to their name. They're rubbing alcohol, shit, and everything else and tearing up his lady's house 24/7, which they don't know they don't supposed to be there. But they got the right to call the law on her because she got protests and she probably figured, hell, they ain't gonna do nothing about it about her own place. She got to protest in front of the place and let them know that's hers. First of all, she shouldn't have to protest in front of her house. She got the papers, documents, and everything. These people don't got nothing but tell them trying to get some money out of her or some lawyer and try to get her from coming up to her own place. So all of a sudden, they want to call the law, right? They call the law complaining that this lady is protesting in front of her house, which it should have been hers. Now, anybody got common sense in their right damn mind know what the hell I'm talking about. Not no dummies, sometimes people that really know what I'm talking about. How you gonna call the law on this woman and she just her place with papers? They ain't got no documents, they ain't got no papers, they ain't got nothing to the house, but living there. Stealing, they broken the folks' house, they put her lights in her damn name. How the hell you do that when you know somebody owns the place? That's what I'm saying. People don't do their job. But they want to bring the law in after this lady knows it's her place. But you gonna call the law on her and talking about she trespassing. What you think you doing? See, sometimes you gotta sit there and think about what people do and what people say. Some folks is just flat out stupid. But you gotta think about it. The law is stupid too, because the law allows these folks to do what they want, and then people get on their butt and somebody get hurt or shot dead or killed by their property, which they should have got the right to. Everybody want to act a fool. Then they want to hop protest like, you shouldn't kill the people, she didn't do this. No, I don't want to hear that. They can walk peacefully there. Nobody get killed. That's first all you know it's not your property. Now somebody did something to them and they did something wrong. Now that's a different story. And you in your property, but these folks do. The crazy part, what I'm saying, this lady shouldn't have to protest in front of her own damn house when she got papers and documents and everything that she knows she paid for every year, pay for all her stuff every month, what she got to pay for it, and the taxes and everything coming out of her name. She shouldn't have to go through all that. The law is messed up and screwed up. Point blank. And with anything, like I tell people, anything that's going backwards, these people are winning. Anything somebody doing wrong, these people are winning. But people who trying to be truly godly, not the one that's fake and phony, truly godly, work every day, break their back every day, take care of the kids, doing this and doing that, don't get no respect, don't get nothing but bull stuff, crazy talk, law put on them for no damn reason, going to jail for no reason. It just, everything a person that do right is wrong. And anybody who doing wrong, slapping her wrist, walking out of jail, walking out of prison, it's terrible, stupid, and dumb at the same time. This is the type of world we're living in. This type of world we're living in. And you got a president running around here just doing whatever, saying whatever. Like I said before when I made a video a couple days ago. How Donald Trump flipped a guy off at work. Because this man, at his job and working out there in Detroit, and I don't know what, there's a Ford truck, I forgot the name of the company. GMC out there, whatever, Ford GMC out there in Detroit. If you can flip this man off, because he called you, he's not directly calling you a pedophile, but he said you protecting for pedophile. And you got, because you the president, you feel like you're going to throw a finger like this at somebody. Now what, and they lose their job because they said something. But you already know he lost his job for saying it to him anyway. But that's why it calls freedom of speech. I mean, makes sense. If you're protecting people and you supposed to be the head leader of the world, head leader of the United States, but you can do it right. You can go to somebody's company, somebody's job, anywhere, flip you up on a finger, say what you want, and walk off. No consequence or nothing. But this man got consequence because he said you protecting the pedophile. That throw a middle finger sign at you. At your job with 1,000 people watching you, millions all the world watching you, then the people at your job, the man's job is watching. But he's not it don't no consequence to him, right? Now somebody did him like that, the consequence will, because he's the president, you don't disrespect him. You're probably gonna get beat, and you're going to prison. Make it make sense. That's why I keep telling people. Anytime somebody sees something, do something dumb, they always try to use that excuse to say, well, they shouldn't have killed him. They shouldn't did this, shouldn't did that. They shouldn't did this and shouldn't did that. But if a person out here robbing, stealing, killing, doing itself, they don't care for nobody's life, respecting nobody, what you think? What you think a person gonna do when you going all that to them and you start sliding out, doing whatever? That's a consequence to them. But they definitely give you consequences because you authority about something. Man, that's why I tell you this world messed up. This your boy AKJB, AK Mr. Arkansas, AK Boosie Man. Hit that like button, subscribe to my channel. Try to get 100 views, 100 likes. So I'm gonna keep making videos all day long if I had to. Even though I'm not monetized or nothing, but I'm still doing my job because I know what's right is right and wrong is wrong. That lady shouldn't have to be protesting in front of her house about nothing, because that's her place. Them folks in their house 2 months. The law, how much a law about this, law about that. Ain't should be no law about nobody trespassing, getting nobody's property when they don't own nothing. I don't see it right. A lot of 1,000 other people, a million other people don't see it right. But I don't know. I'm gonna tell you what I do know. If you ain't got common sense, that is not your property, you trespassing and all that, with paper and nothing, I'm gonna put the bullet in you gonna go down. And when you go down, you're not getting up. And I will be sitting there waiting on law. I know you're gonna lock me up for what you're talking about because you killed somebody and all that, but hey, I'm just being real with you.